You're a baby.
I am a baby. But his season's so good. He even fed me like little mini bites because he knows I don't like huge bites.
I'm not a person still starting.
It was amazing. I look at you and I just see this strong, powerful man. And I feel like I already can trust you. I don't care if you're dating the rest of the women on the show. I just feel like I can trust you.
Come here.
Y'all see me now.
We shared our first kiss. It lasted for a good minute. So, yeah. I would rate Jeffrey as a kisser a good 8. And the reason why, because I want to find out more if she's a 10. I'm waiting.
At the end of our date, my connection with Andre
are y'all in the other chat? I'm
when are we
confused.
getting married? But I do have a
What chat
connection
is
with
going on
Marc
right now?
Anthony. I have a connection with Blue. Only time will tell on the man that's truly serious will see me as his potential wife. I just want to make a toast to one of the most amazing men.
Okay, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. Why are they hating? They stay hating on me. They stay hating on me. So to answer somebody's question earlier who asked why I don't make the screen bigger, this is why. This is why. They hating. They hating. I just want to make sure I have the right chat going on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, then we will resume. Not fight the power. Oh my gosh. We used to do these no problem. You see how they be hating? They hate. They hate on us. Maybe what I should do is when it's supposed to pause for a commercial, I too need to pause. Maybe. Because they're probably wondering how you get the stream, where you get it from. Do I have the new chat? Yes, I do. Okay. I hope my queen breath wasn't stinking from eating. What? You mean Cynthia? Yeah, they are so strict now. Ain't that crazy? Oh, their other live was suspended. I didn't even know what was happening. I just saw, oop, oh no, oh my God. So I was like, what's going on? I was like, what is going on? Somebody is snitching for real, Nicole. Okay. Oh, let me not show y'all that. Wait a minute. Okay, well, we're going to try to keep going.
Starting to know that walk.
Hi, Tommy.
Miss Mercedes.
Hello.
Where is the...
Good.
Walking into this ladies' lounge, I'm excited. I had my ex's date, and I can just imagine how some of the other ladies have gone.
Hey there.
How y'all doing?
But I also know somebody's going home at the end of this. So what is revealed is going to be really, really crucial.
All right. Everybody looking good?
Thank you, Tommy.
Y'all look like y'all saw y'all exes. Y'all got that WTF look. That's what you got. Okay, I want to hear all about it. The good, the bad, and the ugly, I want to hear it. So give it to me. Which of these men are you feeling and why? I'm starting with Sue Ann, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I introduced my ex to Anthony and Blake. He definitely asked the boys hard-hitting questions.
What did Paul think of Anthony?
Paul thought Anthony was a better match.
Really? Than you and Blake?
Yes.
Why so?
He said that Anthony's more reserved, which would allow me to kind of be in the forefront,
Okay.
and I actually want that.
I'll take that. Mercedes?
So I was able to introduce my ex, Armand, to Anthony and Marc Anthony. At the end, he too said that Anthony would be a better.
Because Anthony
would be a
is
better fit.
stellar.
Yeah, I can. At the end of that,
Why so?
he came with the silent confidence. It was almost like they swapped spots. We're finally getting something that I hadn't seen before.
Marcia.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey. Tell me about your ex and next.
I trusted this ex. This ex is very logical. His name's Mark. He asked the right questions. Blue fold.
Blue folded?
Yes, he folded back.
Really?
Yes. And Tony was Tony. Tony's an alpha. Like, nobody's gonna back him into a corner. It was good. It's very insightful.
Who did Mark like?
He feels like he can trust what Tony's putting down. His delivery is a little rough, and he was like, will he handle you with care and, you know, be gentle, because that's important.
All right. Cynthia, how did it go?
It was horrible.
Really? What happened?
James is the father of my kids.
Okay.
He met Dre and Anthony. He just came in attacking. He wanted to know how many relationships they had, how many flings did they have, make sure I'm not a fling. When Dre got to get up and leave, he said, you see, he can't take the pressure. Why are you running?
Oh,
my God. And then Anthony had to leave. He said, oh, you running too? Anthony said, listen, Cynthia, give him my number. And he looked him in the eye and said, I'm not going nowhere.
Period.
I like that.
I'm like, you can't call both of them a lie. You have to tell me something.
Nah, I want to meet
That's true.
James.
They're not both liars.
Or
Can be.
like James. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, talk to me. Ex and next. How did it go?
It was just bad.
Okay, talk to him. Who's the ex? What's his name?
His name is Junior, and I brought Tony and Lyndon. Lyndon's a lighthearted guy. He's very kind. Tony, not so much. The conversation was going back and forth, and Tony's face over there is just mad.
Why is he boiling?
So Junior discloses some things that I did to him towards the end of our relationship.
What'd you do to Junior?
God, you're gonna have to forgive me, but vengeance was mine.
What did you do?
He was a liar, and I got tired of it. And
Scary.
I bought some Nair.
Scary
He has really
business.
beautiful hair. He's got gorgeous hair. His hair is his pride.
What did you do, Morgan?
I started putting Nair in his hair while he was asleep.
Huh? I just got to let it.
You need some time to process.
Yeah, to process this. All right. Jeffrey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good?
Yes.
We had a discussion last time we were here. The gentleman that you have connections with, did you guys have conversation?
I did. They have a gist of my past, and they understand why I wouldn't risk bringing, someone unstable.
Right.
It just didn't align.
So let me ask you
Yeah.
something. Since you weren't able to bring an ex, who are you connected with the most?
Andre and Marc Anthony.
Tell me why.
Andre, because we met in a life before we actually met. Soulmate vibes all the way. Marc, because everything aligns with what we're looking for. And he deserves a me.
There we go.
He deserves
So,
a you?
Y'all know where
This
I'm headed.
woman.
Time to lay it all out on the table. Which of these men are you not feeling and why? We're going to start with Morgan.
Marc Anthony. Cute guy. There may have been a slight connection, but not too much outside of he thinks I'm gorgeous, I think he's gorgeous, and that kind of just stayed there.
I'm just gonna say Anthony just because I don't know who Anthony is. He was extremely automated to me from the beginning.
I would definitely have to say Tony. The whole everything people are saying in terms of that,
that's smooth.
it's just not my vibe.
Mercedes?
I'm gonna have to put Blake in my bottom. I think that if he is at all trying to play games like it appears to be, that's not okay with me. When it comes to matters at the heart, play chess with love.
I don't have any communication with Blake. That being said, I didn't have to talk to him to get a really bad impression of him and to make my own conclusion of him, which is that he's not a good person.
Damn.
Suanne, how are you?
I do respect what they're saying in terms of what their interaction was, but I know what our individual communication is.
Okay. Marcia?
Just based off this past assignment, I do have to place Blue in my bottom. I've done a friend thing. I've dated guys just because they were comfortable for me. So I don't want to do that. He has had more than enough opportunity to romance, and he just doesn't.
I adore him, but it is not fair. Oh no, I can't.
Keep in mind, this is about you. Do you see yourself in a relationship with Blue?
No.
Okay.
So why
He
you getting
definitely
emotional?
is a great guy, very kind, and I've tried to go into the romantic zone, but he clams up. The peeling back the layers that you're telling us to do, he's literally like, no.
All right. Well, ladies, seems like you circled a couple of these fellas. You know what you got to do. Time to take these guys out on dates. Let one of them know that their time is up.
It is getting harder and harder to send people home. Connections are getting closer and closer, and no one wants their connection to go home. So it's hard.
All right, that's it. Thank you, thank you. Good luck. Y'all can get on out of here.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Ain't no telling what my next assignment gonna be.
No. We love your assignments.
Oh boy. Here we go. I just want to know who's going home. Can we just fast forward these exit dates?
How are you?
Thank you.
I know that women have the power this week, but I'm not nervous at all. I'm just letting things flow. Maybe we're gonna recap on me and the ex, or she will tell me some things, open up some more, but nothing has really changed.
I haven't seen or heard from you since the date with the ex. We need a little recap because I'm like, where's Blue? Like,
I went to work after that, and it was a long night.
I thought the date went well, but I feel like you answered the questions the Blue way. And I just wanted to talk to you more about it when it was fresh.
We know Blake don't like her like
Going
that,
into this
Mo.
date,
We know.
knowing that the women have the power to eliminate this week, I'm honestly not concerned, not too phased. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, pretty lady?
How are you?
Doing well.
Smell good.
Thank you. You look amazing as always.
Thank you.
I've lived in the bottom, right? I've been in the bottom since day one. I'm pretty much comfortable here. I'm staying true to my journey. I'm staying true to what I said I was going to come to do, and I'm doing it. How's it going?
Good. I haven't seen you since the ex's date,
True.
which was very interesting.
Extremely.
Why do you say extremely?
There was already an idea of what was going to be said.
Really?
Yeah. Not in a
From
bad way.
him?
Yeah, from him.
I just feel like I'm pulling teeth with you sometimes.
We're gonna get there. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're talking
No,
to each other.
you're not
We're
doing what you're supposed to do.
communicating.
But I need the words.
But you got the words.
Don't play games with me.
You know, I adore you. I think our interaction has always been good, but in the women's lounge, the feedback is tough. Your name is hot. Like,
Right.
it's like acid. The feedback is that you're being misleading. And even though it's not my experience, obviously it's now spreading in terms of multiple people feel this way.
Right.
Okay, Blue. Other women who have had intimate dates with you were saying similar things that I said. They feel like, I don't know what it's like to be romantic with Blue. I don't know if Blue knows what it's like
He doesn't know
to be
what it's
romantic
like.
or how to express his romantic side.
Once I catch the person, they catch me, you can everything, the whole shebang.
You know, my approach is just to be a little bit more direct, to be honest. In the moment, I have to stop being so considerate of what someone is going to feel or how they're going to take something. Because they turn around and they spin it.
So we talked, and I advocated as hard as I could. We went back and forth and decided.
Today in the lounge, we did deliberate. We like Blue. He's cool. He's a nice guy. But you're not connecting with all of these ladies. So the ladies do feel like you're not ready to love.
Oh,
I'm not for everybody. It is what it is. You guys got to figure out who y'all think who's playing or not playing. I'm not either one of them. I'm just me. Some of the days didn't feel that I was showing if I liked them or not. I definitely felt I gave my best effort to connect with who I wanted to.
You put your
connect
best
with in this
effort?
process. Process only show that sometimes good guys don't last. So you have to tell people they want instead of actions speak louder than words. Glad I met you because it was out of the process when I met you, so I'm happy about it.
That's true.
We
Yes, hugs, hugs, hugs.
We decided that with everything going on, that you are still gonna continue with the journey. and you're still ready to love. While you're saying your journey and your perspective on the process is unique, I need you to do your best to think about the feedback.
At this point, I definitely feel like Sue-Ann and I operate as a team. She knows who I am and she knows that I have only good intentions. I think that she does do a good job of shutting out some of the negative energy, but being blunt will always be the best way to be. It is what it is, but at least you get the truth. I am definitely glad that I'm still a part of the process because I'm not really ready to let you go yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time on Ready to Love. This week, I want y'all to introduce your strongest connections to your best friends.
Oh boy.
No, why don't we get to meet their exes?
What do you see yourself bringing to Audrey?
I'm very protective.
She answered so quickly and assertively. It bothered me.
Do you have a personal 5-year plan?
5 years, 100%.
I got a 2-year plan.
You got a 2-year plan?
Wife me, please.
Me, please, that's the plan.
I have so many fears with Mark because I know he doesn't have children.
But it's a lot
Yeah.
more to the table than just you.
Yeah.
Both of these women are completely different. Makes me nervous.
Was this in their relationship? At what point in their relationship did this happen?
When I was done and I knew I wanted to make a grand exit.
A grand exit.
Morgan's a great
No,
girl. but
Morgan.
Maybe I gotta step back.
Okay. That was an abrupt ending, but the episode is over. Okay, yeah, I have some notes that we can talk through as a family. All right, so first thing I have is Jeffrey. Jeffrey won't bring her father.
The company is conducting to reignite
the fathers of her children because she feels like they are deadbeats. But she keeps saying,
we need to put the pieces back together again, and I'm convinced that over
the second
time we'll
one,
make Adidas shine against the Golden,
his
who
first
joined
child,
from rival Puma, but we need
But
some
was
time.
I mistaken? Was the
Okay, and it goes on to say
relationship
a
3
whole lot more
years
other stuff,
long,
right?
or was it 3 years
So
ago?
there's a situation right now.
Because I could have sworn.
There's a situation right now. Look,
I could have sworn her kids weren't that little.
My dad always said to me, "If you're good enough,
I don't know.
they'll
I
pay
missed
for
it.
you."
Somebody let me know.
And
Somebody
he used
let
to
me
say
know.
that with football.
I don't necessarily
right?
think
I used to
it's
play soccer for those in America.
What is playing in the background? Not Little Black Book. Playing in the background. How did he get in here? That's hilarious. That is so funny. What was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. Yes, I paused the sound. This is so slow. The chat is so slow. I cut it like how long ago? Not Coach, I'm coming and spare yo for real. The man just infiltrated my life. Like, I don't even know how. I was speaking on the queen. Who's the queen? Oh, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's your queen? Ciao. Yeah, I don't think there's an issue with her not being in contact with exes. There's no need for that because it is the fathers of her children. It is kind of like you question it a little bit more than just an ex. The one for 12 years who has been around for 6 years, I think it was a 12-year relationship and he hasn't been around for 6 years. Then I'm like, okay, well, you've been trying for 6 years. So yeah, the last one, I don't think she really explained why he couldn't come onto the show other than the fact that he's not involved in the children's lives. So I guess because the kids could watch it, they'd be like, oh, so he can come on the show, but he can't come and be a father. Maybe. I don't know. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. View the chat on my phone. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, check the ages, Jay, please, because it's not making sense. It is not making sense to me. To me. The next thing I had is Morgan. We need to talk about Morgan. Morgan? Toxic. And earlier in the season, I said something about this woman because she is, at this point in her life and still hasn't even been in love or had the idea of this could be love. I was like, the commitment here is not making sense. And even the ex said, I wanted something that she wasn't ready for. And she was like, well, I just wanted to let it fly. Let's have fun or whatever. But it sounded like this was a serious enough relationship for you to put nair in this man's hair. It's not making sense to me. You didn't want to be serious. So then when he didn't take you serious, you were upset. But he requested a different type of relationship and you shut it down. So like, I don't understand. Stop trying to catch who in a lie. Very toxic. Yeah. Morgan liked to put roots on her men, no doubt. Put roots? Is that like a voodoo thing? What does that mean? What does that mean? Something is off. Something is very off. She's gonna catch a case one day. Absolutely. Girl, we don't do that. We don't do that. You're gonna get charged. That is scary business. And she says it almost like there's a pride behind it. I would understand if they dated when they were... Actually, okay, let me not say I would understand. I'm just saying the thought process would make a little bit more sense if they were 14, 15. Because when you're 14, 15, the feelings that you feel like the entire world is like gonna crash down if this relationship doesn't work. Sometimes it feels like that. So I could see the thought process potentially if she was that young, but it didn't sound like it. So I'm confused. Oh, roots is voodoo. Oh boy. Is that not some type of abuse? It absolutely is abuse. Yes. No, Morgan is scary. That is scary business, you guys. Very scary business. So here, it's also seeming like maybe the commitment thing, like she's just, it's not her thing. Because if you remember, before I went on vacation, we were talking about how Morgan went on social media and said the connection with Tony was not as deep as the show is making it seem. However, in last week's episode, she was just up in there kissing the man and stuff. And isn't that one of her strongest connections? I'm like, Morgan, your stories don't make sense. Your stories do not make sense whatsoever. It's just immature, giving middle school bully. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if she was at that age, then I'd be like, okay, it's still an overreaction and a chargeable offense, but you were a child. But it doesn't sound like that. If Morgan didn't want anything serious, why punish the man? Thank you. I need to leave with a bang. Why? No, you don't. You didn't even want him like that. So, yeah. I would have sued her in civil court. Okay. Yes, and she would get jail time for that. Okay. All right, moving on. What other notes do I have? I'm starting to see the controlling nature that you guys were saying about Tony in the beginning. It's not that I didn't believe y'all then. I just didn't see the receipts. I didn't see the justification. But now I feel like I can kind of see it because he has a way of dictating how you must respond in a situation, and it's like you don't get a say over that. Like, I'm trying to remember what happened last week because there's something I wanted to say, but it's leaving me. But even this week, yes, we can all agree the Morgan situation was not great. However, like you saying, oh, in this relationship, you were supposed to feel this way. What do you mean I was supposed to feel? I felt how I felt. You cannot dictate how I feel. You cannot dictate how I'm going to move with other people. Like, I don't know. Something about Tony. Something ain't right with Tony. What happened to those crazy girls that just slashed tires, child? And the worst part about it, Cargar 11, the worst part about it is that she knew he was very proud of his hair, that his hair was sentimental. That's next level wicked. At least do it to somebody who doesn't care, you know? Do it to me, child. I'll be bald tomorrow. I don't give a damn. But to somebody where I've expressed to you, this is important to me, like, I love this thing. I've put in a lot of time and effort in this thing. And for you to just feel better about yourself, you're going to make me suffer in that way? I was about to, no. that might be a good interrogator, but he does not know how to have a good friendly relationship. I'm not sure who you're referring to, but I think it's Tony or maybe James, because we're about to talk about James. James was on smoke. James was absolutely on smoke. That man said, if I can't have you, nobody can. That is some scary business. Now, granted, do I want Andre in this process? No. So I wasn't mad at the fact that Andre was getting the smoke, because I don't feel like Andre and Cynthia should be together. Okay. However, who else was on the date? The other conversation, James did handle it better, but James clearly has this, I'm the man of the house, but you're not in that house, sir. If you wanted to be this, like, nobody gets to Cynthia except through me, then you should have just stepped up and been the full-time man for her. Like, you just the baby daddy now. Come on. Come on. He was giving the energy, Sabrina. He was. Did y'all catch Morgan and her ex allegedly lived to... Ah! Where'd you get that? I missed that part. Oh my goodness. Cynthia seemed like she enjoyed James' reaction. I only saw that because she didn't check his attitude and how aggressive he was. Yeah. She might be a low-key toxic person where something like how James reacted might get her going. Because she was just... She had nothing to say. And even when Andre had to go and he's like, oh, you're leaving, whatever. She's like, he has to go. That would have been a time to say, okay, you've had your fun. He has something to do. Like, let him go. I'm like, Cynthia, I'm looking at you a little bit sideways too. I can't lie. The fact that she didn't check him. James is the MVP. I liked it, but it just makes me think, if I was a man pursuing Cynthia, that's something I don't want to deal with. No, ma'am. You can imagine James giving Blake that smoke. Oh, that would have been rich. Are you kidding? That would have been rich. Andre's not serious. If he dates someone from the show, they will break up after the reunion episode, if they even make it that far. If they even make it that far. James versus Blake, that would be pure entertainment. Honestly, I put it together because he was out partying, said he came home and went to bed, and that's when Morgan nared the hair. I might be reaching. Okay, but that was during the relationship, right? And she has since exited, so they were living together. I doubt they're still living together, and if they are, mercy God, that's a mess. That's a mess. Andre not about to play with Cynthia. He don't play about that stuff. Are there any real connections in this season? No, we are just here for the bants. We're here for the banter. We are just here for the banter job. All right. So Blake said, oh no, let's talk about Marc Anthony. I got the impression that Marc Anthony is self-serving in relationships. Now hear me out. Yes, he did say, I want to make sure that everything is right on my end before I engage in a relationship, for sure. But when you listen to the conversation as a whole, it felt to me like it's his way or the highway. And I wonder if that dynamic plays a part in his relationships. I just wonder. Yeah, he wants to make sure everything is good for him. And if a partner comes in that maybe doesn't align with what he's got going on, I don't see him being the type to see if there's room for compromise. Let me know. 12 years and no ring. Not everybody wants a ring. But yeah, I agree. Not everybody wants a ring, but I agree. Yeah, I agree, Dollface. Not one. There's not one connection. We are just here for the bands, child. We are here for the... Not 12 years a slave. You were so wrong for that. You are so wrong for that. Oh my goodness. Nobody has thoughts on Marc Anthony for real? Or is the chat just real slow? What is with the chat today, honey? Well, let me change this thumbnail so people know what's happening. Yo, Kojo is actually playing in my background. That is crazy. That is so funny. She never said married. Nobody is hating. Okay. Jeff was married. Oh, she was married? When in Rome is really riding hard for Jeffrey. Like, is that your friend? Do you know her? Is that your homegirl? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness sakes. No thought on Marc Anthony, but I will say somebody serious needs to snatch up Anthony. I 1000% agree. The issue that people were saying that they have with Anthony in the previous episode was that he is a great person. He has good character traits and all this kind of stuff. However, he's not making it clear who he wants to pursue. And I can kind of see that. All I ask is that it's not Suan. That is all I ask. And here is why. Suan, to me, seems like what I want to say is going to come off very disrespectful. So I'm trying to find my words before somebody comes for me. Let me just say what Jeffrey said. Advocate Sue. Okay. Because she was feeling like Anthony wasn't giving her any energy until at the boat party when they had a dance together. And she was like, oh, wow, so I do like him. After a dance, girl, you can't be serious. And then she had a home date with him. That was their first date. It was at his house, allegedly at his house. And she still felt like throughout the date there wasn't really an energy going on or whatever. And then they danced again. And she's like, oh, yeah, I feel it now. Suan, girl, bye. Girl, bye. You cannot be for real. I do not want that from my man. I do not want that from my man, Anthony. No. You think he's very reserved talking about Anthony? I could see that for sure. I could see that. Oh my goodness. Yes, Lakeisha, we are all friends, or at the very least friendly. We try to be, at least. I feel like Anthony would have been really good with that girl from last season, the one who dated the younger guy who was a Christian and the guy wasn't really into her. Light-skinned conservative. Last year was Miami. Who was light-skinned in Miami, child? Who was Christian? I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm drawing a blank right now. So I'm just going to move on and talk about Suan. Suan, I feel like, might have poor boundaries. Because she said she takes the words of her ex to heart. Why? And then that coupled with how easy it is for somebody to make their way into Suan's heart. I'm like, girl, why? It's very alarming for me. And the fact that she cannot see the red flags in Blake is also alarming to me. Granted, just because somebody isn't great to everybody else doesn't mean they won't be good to you. Fine. But the fact that there's a resounding dislike for Blake and for reasons that have merit, I'm looking at Suan like, and you don't question that? You don't want to investigate that? He's just going to buy you a bracelet. Was it a bracelet that he got her? He's just going to buy you a bracelet and you say, oh, love him. He's the best. Suan. No, ma'am. I I was thinking Stay Right too, but I don't think it's Stay Right because Stay Right was Moomin. I was thinking of Moomin too. Trinika? Yeah, are you talking about Moomin? I could see him with Moomin, honestly. The girl who was on the season with frickin' Frack, can't remember her name to save my life. But Moomin was dark skinned. She wasn't light skinned, so maybe you're not talking about her. Oh, Looney. Okay. Okay. Ooh, my somebody says Suwen is a pick me child. Suwen definitely put her head in the sand. Yeah, it don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Lakeisha, there was a Deb. When? The one David did dirty. Don't even start. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The girl who was with Jason, the lady who was with Jason, y'all want to do that to my Marc Anthony? Be for real. I need to drink some water because there's no way you guys just violated my mans like that. What was that girl's name? Elizabeth? Liz. No. Immediately no. Immediately no. Immediately no. 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 If you would have said Moomin, I got you. Even Looney, like y'all saying in the chat, we could finesse it. Liz, don't do that. Don't do that. No, ma'am. No. Paul said Blake remind him of a younger him. So basically, she's used to guys like Blake since she loves Paul still. You're onto something, V. You are onto something. Yeah, I wish that Paul went deeper into how he used to be when he was younger. So maybe these speculations that we have about Blake can be exposed, because we're only hearing from the women's perspective who've already been turned off by Blake. I want to hear from a man who says, nah, I peeped the game that he's on and he's not the one for you. I would have loved for them to go down that conversation. Yeah. Who was low-key sweet? Liz? I'm not saying she wasn't, but don't put her with Anthony. Nah, I'm sorry. You're asking why? I just feel like, see, what I was going to say is going to be disrespectful. You guys can't catch me slipping. See, if I had my wine, I really would have spoke my mind, but not today, child. I'm drinking water today. Just know. No, not Marc Anthony mode, just Anthony. Anthony, period. Maybe there's something I'm missing about Liz. She seems so nice and conservative. Let's just move on because I'm going to be hating on y'all's favorite and I'm not trying to have the smoke today. Okay, y'all not going to James me. I wanted to talk about Blue. Blue didn't make any sense to me because Blue said he has a top 2 and neither of the women are number 1. So what? I'm so confused. And then he also said when he was leaving, he made his effort with the women that he wanted to make an effort with, but the women who you're claiming to make an effort with are the ones who are sending you home. So make it make sense, Blue. Like, I don't know if you thought maybe the eyes would enchant them into falling in love with you, but you weren't putting in the effort. Let's be for real. Blue wasn't putting in no effort. It's not her age. My issue with Liz is thank you, Jay. Like, I can't explain it. It's just Liz is Liz is LOL. That's all I can say. I don't even want to get into it because y'all gonna crucify me and I don't want to have that smoke today. Like, you don't think Blue is into anybody? I would agree. Blue was scrambling at the end. Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see a little bit more intentionality from Blue, just to see like an older guy who was actually getting some attention there. Marcia was really into him, and I forget what his other option was, but all Marcia was asking for was some initiative, was some take charge, some action, and it was so hard for him. It was so hard, and I'm thinking to myself, I understand the process can be overwhelming for some people because the person that you like is being pursued by other people, but that shouldn't dissuade you from still making your intentions known. And he wouldn't do that. And it's just, that's sad. Not lump of dough, child. Yes, Jay, those who know. Blue is boring. I didn't really get him. Yeah. What other notes do I have, or is that all? That's all I got. Anything y'all want to talk about with these people them? Because I've exhausted my notes. I have nothing else to say. This season is a season of kissing, huh? You got, what's her name was kissing Marc Anthony? Mercedes kissing Marc Anthony. You got Morgan kissing Tony. You got, Suanne kissing Blake. You got somebody else got a kiss. Somebody kissed two women. Was it Anthony? I don't remember, but I was like, okay, there's a lot of action and no connections. Interesting. It's Blue's opportunity to give a little sneak preview of a romance. He didn't even try. Not at all. The person Blue was on BS and he was done. Who did he like? Besides Marcia. Next Monday Live, Alexis, please don't do this to me, child. Alexis, don't do this to me. Marc Anthony was the one kissing multiple people. Okay, so he kissed Mercedes. Who else did he kiss? Was it Cynthia? No, it wasn't Cynthia. Who else did he kiss? Help me out, somebody. You really like Mercedes? I don't have an issue with Mercedes. I don't have an issue. Honestly, the main woman I have an issue with women, ironically enough, is Jeffrey and Suanne. And they have an issue with each other. So, yeah. He did like Jeffrey. You're right. He did like Jeffrey. Blue did like Jeffrey. I didn't understand that one. But, hey, you like what you like. Anyways, that's all for me. So, if y'all got nothing else to say, besides asking me when I'm doing the next Monday Live, because I don't know, child, I don't know, then I'm going to go. Yes, Layla, you can ask a non-ready to love question, of course. This season had interesting participants, but the producers were too focused on drama. I'd have to agree, Blink-182 is awesome. I'm just taking in your Blink-182 is awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think that this definitely had the most eclectic group of people. There weren't as many blaring red flags at the beginning of the season like there typically is. However, where there was drama, they highlighted it, and it was unfortunate. Because even in the beginning, the very first episode, I was like, I really like Anthony. We didn't see him for 3 episodes after that. I said, what the hell? So, yeah. Married at First Sight is a hot mess, equally as much as hot mess as Married at First Sight US. So, can you please review Married at First Sight US? My friend has been asking me to get back to US because I haven't seen anything. All I've seen is other people's reviews like Little Black Book or Chloe, but I haven't watched the show. So that means I'd have to sit down and watch 9 2-hour episodes just to catch up. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. He did kiss Jeffrey. Thank you, Janelle. I need to know about Liz. No, Mo, no. They're gonna crucify me, and I don't want. You know what? Jay can tell you about Liz. Jay, you tell him how you feel about Liz, and I'm pretty sure we see each other. Cause I ain't saying nothing. Can I at least do a live for Married at First Sight US? Oh, guys. Can I say I'll think about it? Can I say I'll think about it? And then Layla, you DM me on Tuesday. And then if I'm going to do it, y'all will see me on Wednesday. Okay? Yeah. Jeez, Married at First Sight. I can't stand that damn show no more. Mass US, basically nobody like each other. You see what I mean? Like, that's why it's so hard for me to keep up with. Oh my gosh, it's so painful. They trying to corner me, Lakeisha. They trying to corner me. Force me to make an answer. I don't know. To answer your question, Alexis, on why I don't do the lives, the internet has just been so choppy for me. That's number one. Number two, I'm reviewing so much at the moment, and it's easier to do the lives when I'm not stressing about, I gotta edit this and I gotta whatever that. So yeah, to answer your question, I'm not avoiding y'all. I want to hang out with y'all. It's just, yeah, we're definitely gonna do a 30K subscriber celebration. We're almost there, so close. But yeah, what did you say another round? Liz is performative, respectfully, and that's the nicest I got. That's why I'm like, y'all want to put her with Anthony. My good man needs a good girl. Good girl. That don't mean that she's a bad girl. Oh my gosh, never mind. Let me just stop talking about Liz, child, because she gonna get me in trouble. And she is minding her business, and I'm gonna keep minding mine. I'm not gonna talk about her no more. I just cannot get into Married at First Sight. It's not for everybody. I personally love Married at First Sight Australia because there are things that happen in the marriages that are like conversational that we can talk about, but there's also genuine connections that I can root for. And since there are so many couples, there's a higher chance that some people go end up together. Whereas Married at First Sight US, I just be like, y'all have been having the same argument for 7 weeks. I'm tired. Give me something else to talk about. Like, it doesn't make sense. You should do it. You should do it there, not edits needed. It's dry. You should do it there. I'm lost, V. Can you say that again? Thank you, Mo. We working. We climbing. We are climbing, honey. Oh, how's Cupcake? Layla Cupcake has been out the picture for a long periodically time. And he tried to return because of course you did. I'm a catch, honey. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about him. I've been meaning to update you guys on him. I'll talk about him in a minute. But yeah, he gone now. Gone. Never again. If ever he comes back into my life, it'll be strictly as a friend. Like, you know when you look at somebody and you just think, ugh. That's where I'm at. So yeah, since we're done talking about Ready to Love, this is going to be the end for me. I will bid you adieu. Love and happiness to all of you guys. I hope you have a blessed weekend. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And there's a lot that I would do, child. So maybe I shouldn't say that. But I wish you all the best. This has been fun as always. Are we single? Not exactly. We'll talk about it sometime in the future. If there's something to report, it will be reported. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Lakeisha. We're trying to keep you on. I know. I've been trying to leave for the past, 10, 20 minutes? Yeah, I got the ick for Cupcake. It's a shame, too, because there was so much potential. Even my mama liked him. She didn't meet him, but what I told her about him, she liked. Yeah. It happens. Damn. It feel like yesterday you was talking about cupcakes. You got into a fender bender. Oh my God. Y'all have really been through it with me, huh? Maybe I tell you guys too much. You eat. Wow. I tell you guys everything. I need to start gatekeeping my life. The way y'all would just unsubscribe. Don't bother keeping us a friend either. You right. Anyways, good night. See y'all later.